In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make a regular event into a featured event. The most important thing about featured events is the graphic, making sure that it fits into the slider properly, that it looks visually appealing, and that the graphic overall works for the entire Toodle.com site. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the Toodle.com site and we're going to scroll down. Now let's say we want to make the Lake Worth's Farmer Market into a featured event. We can just click on the event and we can view the image. When viewing the image, you can see that it's actually a pretty small image that's been uploaded for this event. Since it's such a small image, if you don't resize it or modify it at all, you can come into some pretty big issues when making it a featured event. So let's go hypothetically. Let's say that you've decided to make this event featured without modifying the image. Come over here, come to your admin panel, and you go to the Lake Worth event, the farmer's market. Click on edit, moving really quickly, you're doing the things that you've been taught. You make it a featured event, you update it, you come back to the Toodle site, refresh it, and you think to yourself, great, I just made the farmer's market in Lake Worth into a featured event. Let's see what happens. Great, it was marked as a featured event. At the top, with the red ribbon. Now let's go through the slider. Oh, that's what will happen. The same image size will grab it for the slider and it will look much smaller, unproportional, and just not proper into the featured event slider. So here's what you do. First, let's go back to the admin panel and make it not a featured event until we get our graphic how we want it. Now to make this event into a featured event, it's very simple. You don't have to know Photoshop, you don't have to be a graphic designer. I do everything for this site in PowerPoint. Makes it very simple, easy to operate, and anybody can do it. So we're going to come to PowerPoint, and we're going to actually insert the photo into a PowerPoint slide. I save the image to my desktop, insert it here. So what I do is I imagine that this slide is the same proportions as the featured event slider, and it is very similar. I'll then grab this image, properly stretch it from the corners so that it doesn't become unproportional, about to where I'd want it to be for the featured event size. What I can also do is you see these black lines here on the graphic. You can come up here, you can double click on it, click on the graphic twice, come up here to crop, move it up a little bit, and crop it that way so you can no longer see them. I'll then get the graphic where I want it, centered. I always do it a little bit higher than centered as well because you have to account for the slider information that comes up here on the featured events. I will then come up to the top and I will save as, and for saving this as a file, I will save it as a JPEG file. I'll save it as Lake Worth Farmers Market Featured so that I know it's different than the smaller size. I'll save it in my pictures as a JPEG and save. I'll save it just as this current slide. If I save every slide, it will save every slide that I've created on PowerPoint as a JPEG, and you don't want to do that. Just the current slide that you're working on. I will then come to my site, pickresize.com. It's a site that I use for all of my featured events, for all of the graphics. It's very simple, it's free, and you just go to picksize.com. Come down here, browse your images. Now let's find the Lake Worth Farmers Market featured photo. We'll upload it on Pick Resize and press continue. And to make sure that it will fit into the Toodle feature event slider, I come down here and I say that I want to make it into a custom size. The ideal size for a custom photo for your featured event slider is 600 by 400 pixels. All you do is type them in there, 600 width, 400 in height. You can, if you would like, change them into any type of special effects, kind of like Instagram, that you can change the colorings and effects and things like that. I don't recommend it, but if that's what you'd like to do, you can. And then you just resave it as a JPEG. I always say save it in the best quality that you can give me, and make sure that you type it in as the max file size can only be 90 kilobytes. That's the most amount of kilobytes that can be uploaded onto Toodle at one time. So make sure that you type 90 in there. And press I'm done, resize my image. By doing that, you can then view your image. As you can see here, it now fits to 600 by 400 dimensions. Same file, better quality. I'll right click it, save image as. I'll type it in actually as the same name so that it just overrides it so I don't have two featured ones and one's the right size and one's not. Yes, I would like to replace it. I can then exit out of that. Go back now to my admin panel, upload the set featured image, upload the file, type in Lake Worth Farmers Market featured. As you can see here, here's the new graphic. Wait for it to upload. And now once it's fully uploaded, I set it as the featured image. You'll be able to see it in a preview screen here. Go back up. Oh, let's go first down and make it a featured for the home page again. Update it. And now go back to the Toodle site. And let's see what the Lake Worth image looks like now that we've resized it and modified it to fit into our featured event slider screen. And there it is. You can now see it fits better dimension-wise. Looks graphically appealing. It's a little bit higher than centered middle because it can account for this highlighted bar here. And everything looks right again. So that's it. That's how you make an event featured, how you make the graphics proportional. And like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or call me at info@toodle.com. And that's it. Good luck, guys.